Hi, hello everyone. Today we are going to see a beautiful, light mannered poem, Confessions of a Barn Spectator, written by Frederick Ogden Nash. About the poet. Frederick Ogden Nash was born in August 19 and died in May 19, 1971. He was an American poet well known for his light verse, of which he wrote over 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared the country's best known producer of humorous poetry. His light verse even earned him a place on a postage stamp. What do you think about the title Confessions of a Born Spectator? What do you mean by spectator? Spectator means audience. Confession, he is giving confession to be a born spectator. Everyone is special and everybody is a hero. Everyone is born with special qualities. It is the duty of everyone to discover this potential and make it true. When he discovering himself, he should not become distracted by anything else. Not everybody loves to play and participate in games or sports and other extracurricular activities. Some of us wish to become a mere spectators. Here is a poem by Ogden Nash who believes that a spectator can be as enthusiastic as a player. Now let's read and enjoy the poem Confessions of a Born Spectator. One infant grows up and becomes a jockey. Another plays basketball or hockey. This one, the prize ring, hates to enter. That one becomes a tackle or center. I am just glad as glad can be that I am not them, that they are not me. Let's move to the explanation of the stanza. One infant grows up and becomes a jockey. One child may grow up and become a jockey. What do you mean by jockey? Jockey means a horse rider. And another plays basketball or hockey. Another child may become a basketball player or a hockey player. This one, the prize ring, hates to enter. One more child may not take up boxing. It hates the prize ring. What do you mean by prize ring? Prize ring means the enclosed area in which boxing matches are often fought. That one becomes a tackle or center. Another child will become a football player. Tackle or center. It is the playing position in football. I am just glad as glad can be. While admiring the talents of the athletes or the sportsmen, the poet confesses that he is glad to that I am not them and they are not me. That the poet is not like the players. I am means here the poet. Them means players. That the poet is not like the players and that they are not me. They here represents the players. Me means the poet here as a spectator. And players are not spectators. That the poet is neither a sportsman nor an athlete, and the sportsman can never become like him as the spectator. Let's move to the second stanza. With all my heart I do admire athletes who sweat for fun or hire, who take the field in gaudy pomp and maim each other as they romp. My limp and bashful spirit feeds on other people's heroic deeds. With all my heart I do admire. The poet says that he admires athletes. Who is an athlete? He is a participant in a group of sporting track and field activities. So the poet says that no doubt he admires athletes who sweat for fun or hire. Who athlete who sweat means here work hard for enthusiasm for the spectators or for the money paid to them. Here, the poet says about two kinds of players. One who plays for the enthusiasm of audience, and other one who plays, who stand for money. Next line. Who take the field in gaudy pomp and maim each other as they romp. Gaudy pomp. Gaudy pomp means showy dresses. The poet also says that the athletes who come to the playing field, they come with the showy dresses and maim each other as they romp. Maim means injure. Romp means play roughly and noisily way. The athletes end up the game by injuring each other. Maim each other means injuring each other while playing a rough and noisily game, hitting each other. They play the game in high spirits. Here they represents the athletes. In high spirits they play the game. My limp and bashful spirit feeds. My limp means weak. Bashful means shy and reluctant. My limp and bashful spirit feet. The poet says that his spirit is weak and shy, it is reluctant. The poet speaks about his weakness, but the spirit gains on other people's heroic deeds. And other people means players. On players heroic deeds. Heroic deeds means these adventurous activities. The spirit of the poet gains strength when it watches the players heroic deeds. The poet's mentality lives on the athlete's heroic deeds, that is adventurous activities. Next stanza. Now A runs 90 yards to score. B knocks the champion to the floor, cracking vertebrae and spines, lashes his steed across the line. You would think my ego it would please to swap position with one of these. Now the poet observes the key notification of the players. Now A runs 90 yards to score. Here yards means a measuring unit which is of 3 feet. The poet observes the player A runs 90 yards to win. B knocks the champion to the floor. Player B knocks the player champion A to the floor, cracking vertebrae and spines. He is breaking the other player's vertebrae. Vertebrae means spinal cord and the bones to become a champion. Next, the poet observes, lashes his steed across the line. Another player beats his steed. Steed means a strong horse. Across the line, to cross the victory line. Who is the speaker here? The poet is the speaker. To whom he is speaking? He is speaking about the jockey. Because he says about the steed here. So we understand that the poet says about the jockey. You would think my ego it would please. You means here the readers. Here the poet speaks to the readers that the poet's ego would please means satisfy. Ego might think to become an athlete or player, to swap position means to exchange position with one of these. Poet's ego might think they are getting success, so let me exchange the position. Like that you may think, see what I am thinking. Like that the poet ends this stanza. Let's move to the fourth stanza of the poem. Well, ego it might be pleased enough, but jealous athletes play so rough they do not ever in their dealings consider one another's feelings. I am glad that when my struggle begins, twixt prudence and ego, prudence wins. Let's move to the explanation. Well, Ego, it might be pleased enough. Okay, my ego will satisfy on exchanging the position of the players. My ego will be pleased to become an athlete. But these jealous athletes play so rough. Jealous means these enthusiastic athletes. Athletes means sportsmen. Play so rough. So rough means so rude. But then the poet observes how the athletes often playing rough because of the ego to win the game. They do not ever in their dealings. What is their dealing? Their dealing is to win the match. Their means the players. The active, the enthusiastic players play roughly and they never consider about other sportsmen's feelings. They injure each other in order to win the match. They consider one another feeling. They do not ever in their dealings consider one another's feelings. In order to win the match, they don't think about others feelings. Other means here the other player. I am glad that when my struggle begins twixt prudence and ego, prudence wins. I am glad. So I here represents to the poet. The poet is glad that his struggle begins between ego and prudence. Prudence means wisdom. Already I said about ego. Ego means thinking high about oneself. That is self-esteem. So there is a struggle between the poet's ego and prudence. At last, what wins? The prudence wins. The poet is glad that his struggle begins between ego and prudence. He feels that in a good sense and caution, ego won't win. His wisdom wins over his ego. The poet says that he never prefers for participation in any game or sports. Let's move to the fifth stanza. When swollen eyes meets gone fist, when snaps the knee and cracks the wrist, when officialdom demands, is there a doctor in the stands? My soul in true thanksgiving speaks for this modest of physics. Let's move to the explanation. When swollen eyes meet gone fist, when snaps the knee and cracks the wrist, the poet notices that when swollen eye, hit hard eye, meets gone fist, a hand. Sometimes an athlete is being hit roughly with the fist of the opponent and his eye would be swollen. When snaps the knee and cracks the wrist, another athlete knocks the champion by breaking his knees and his wrist also breaks. When official demands, is there a doctor in the stands? When the officialdom means the officers, the referees, demands, ask, the referee in doubt ask if there is a doctor in the stands. Stands means here stadium, where other players and doctors sit and watch the game. Is there a doctor in the stands? The doctors are called from the stands by the sponsors as the athletes injured themselves by playing rough games. The poet makes such an observation as he is interested in watching the games. My soul in true thanksgiving. At this point, the poet's soul truly offers thanksgiving to his modest of physics. Modest means the physics means players' bodies. Thankfully, he praised God for giving such a modest physics for the athletes. Let's move to the next stanza. Athletes, I will drink to you or eat with you or anything except compete with you. Buy tickets worth their radium to watch you gamble in the stadium and reassure myself anew that you are not me and I am not you. Finally, the poet conveys a message to the players or athletes. Athletes, I will drink to you. He says that he is ready for a meal or a drink with athletes to wish them a good luck and celebrate success. Or anything except compete with you. I will do anything for you because I won't compete with you. I'm afraid of the injuries and I wish you all success and like to be a spectator. Buy tickets worth their radium. The poet prefers to buy tickets which is worth than radium. What do you mean by radium? It is a costly metal. To watch you gamble in the stadium. I like to watch you. You here represents the players. Gamble. What do you mean by gamble? Gamble means running merrily, jumping and running merrily in the stadium, and reassure myself and you at this end, at this point, I comfort. I here represents the poet myself comfort that you are not me and I am not you, that you are not a spectator and I am not a player. The poet is satisfied in watching the game but does not wish to exchange the position of the players. He is glad that he himself is not an athlete or a player. Now let's move to the figures of speech literary devices in this poem. I am just glad as glad can be, as is here it is simile. My soul in true thanksgiving speaks, soul speaks, so it is personification. When snaps the knee and cracks the wrist, snaps, cracks or the words which sounds, so it is a onomatopoeia. Next to the rhyming scheme, it is A, B, B, C, C. One infant grows up and becomes a jockey, another plays basketball or hockey, jockey, hockey. Y sounds so A. Enter, center, so R sound, that is B, B. B, me, so it rhymes, C, C. So the rhyming scheme is A, B, B, C, C. Alliteration. For this most modest physics, most modest, they do not ever in their dealings. They, their, and do dealings. These are the alliterated words. Hope you like the poem. If you like the poem, just subscribe my channel for getting more videos in poem, prose, supplementary, grammar and vocabulary. Thanks for watching.